Hey guys, hope everything's going well. You guys know the drill. Smash the like button, subscribe if you haven't, and comment down below. Alrighty, today I wanted to do a video on my CSG cards that I sent. There were only 2 cards, but I still wanted to share my experience with CSG. And let's have a start. Unfortunately, today I struck out. There are times where I've gotten good cards from PSA. But this time I tried CSG and they say, nope, these cards are no good. Anyways, this is a 431 Aaron Rodgers rookie, 2005. We know Aaron Rodgers is in the news lately. It seems he may be retiring. I may do a video on that in the coming days if he does retire. I'll give you my thoughts on all of this. And they said that this card here, there is evidence of trimming, okay? I looked at this card carefully. I don't see any evidence of trimming. Unless you guys can see something, let me know. Maybe I missed something. I always have my wife do a double check. Sometimes she says, no, this card looks like it's trimmed. Don't send this card to PSA, etc. So we have like a double check. She could pay attention to closer details a lot better than I do. So that's why I ever do, a second check. Regardless, here's this Brady 2036 card. And I did notice there were some dents at the bottom here. So I knew that this card would never be a high grade. So what they're saying is if you see the top maybe here, I don't know if you guys can even see. What they're saying is it looks like they're saying it's trimming. I asked the guy before I bought it. This was in 2000, maybe 2020. I asked the dude, so is this a real card? At that time, I didn't know too much about cards, but I figured out this card was actually a real card. The reason was the foil was golden. Any reprints, they're not in gold foils. You could probably see better in person and better in the light. Anyways, I knew it was a real card after I did some research. I did notice it wasn't the best card out there. I paid $100, and then on top of it for this grading, maybe $50. I don't remember what it was. Regardless, I paid this money to CSG. I thought I'd get maybe a 6. And they're saying that, no, it looks like it's trimmed. The guy that I bought it from, I messaged him 2 years ago. He said, I've had this card for quite a bit. And he wasn't sure whether it was real or not. I still made the bet on the card. If I sell this card raw, even if I disclose that, CSG said it's trimmed, I'm not really sure if it's trimmed, to be honest, because I don't know how to trim, nor would I trim. And I doubt the guy that owned it before me trimmed it. But it may have come out just like that. I mean, some cards happen to be like that. There were some Sports Illustrated for Kids cards. I sent in some Usain Bolt cards. They said that I trimmed it. I didn't trim it. I bought it from the guy. And the way that they cut it out, PSA determined that it was trimmed. No, those cards are so hard to cut that it came out trimmed. Long story short, when it comes to card grading, you have to take the responsibility, or you have to accept the responsibility that, hey, even though you look at the cards carefully, even though there may be a 50-50 shot that the card may come out as evidence as trimmed, that's your responsibility. You have to accept that. Sometimes you're going to get home runs. Like I showed you before, I got a PSA 10 on a Khabib Blue Refractor. That is one of my great cards out there. I'm going to hold that hopefully for a long time, and the total cost of that card is $100. I'm not going to see the profits for probably a long time, but I'm playing the long game for that Khabib card. A while back, for PSA, this is a 2005 PSA 8, and I thought this was a pretty damn good card, but PSA said no, it's an 8. And if you know the difference between an 8 and a 10, a PSA 10 in Verlander is in the hundreds of dollars. A PSA 8, maybe 50, $60. I haven't checked the recent comps. So, long story short, this is the gamble when you go into looking cards that are raw, and you're sending it to grade. Uh, Hopefully, you guys have had better experience with CSG. Anyone have any stories with CSG? Let me know in terms of your grading. Was it good? Was it bad? One last thing, I did notice there was, I believe, a CSG 8 on eBay, and I looked at the card. It looked horrific for an 8. If it was a PSA card, that would be a 6, maybe even a 5. I've looked at some PSA 5s of Tom Brady. I've actually sold them on eBay, and the PSA 5s and 6s look pretty good. And the CSG cards that they're grading, I wasn't impressed with how they graded. Even though they have an individual from Beckett leading CSG, that is a good thing. But at the same time, I don't find their quality to be on par with the older cards of PSA or BGS. I have noticed that PSA is most likely grading cards harder, as I've stated. But at the same time, we shall see as time passes on. Some individuals saying that no, PSA isn't grading harder. A lot of people are saying they are. And now, after this experience with CSG, I'm not going to be sending too many raw cards to grade. I just don't want to deal with it. Especially with, I'm not sure if some of these grading card companies are being much more strict. Anyways, guys, let me know your experience with CSG. You plan to send it to CSG? You plan to send to HGA? Let me know. Smash the like button. Subscribe if you haven't. Comment down below, guys. Thank you. Bye.